Welcome back to Horizon. We are going to, after the last shorter episode, we are now going to be exploring this place, Faro Automated Solutions. We found a data point here at the end of the last episode that basically told us that something about the machines went wrong, and there was no way for them to code a way to stop it. And we are going to be exploring and finding some information and really learning why this world is the way it is. This is one of my favorite missions in between both games because everything falls into place. Just understand why things are the way they are.
Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill. And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So they made the Focus. 25,000 people?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today.
Devices.
With over 25,000
things were common in their world.
Reception log. 9:54 a.m. Field Commandant Donning of the Indo-Malin Agricultural Combine arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:05 meeting, or 10:15 a.m. sales presentation on the chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. Sander Agnew, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before their 10:30 sales presentation on the chariot line. Per instructions, we'll use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend, no artificial creamers. 10:12. So that happened. Called security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Well, more like thrown. I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans, and that Fresh Grounds acquisition team has tried to take their fields by force repeatedly. I think Commandant Dying had Agnew by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm going to drop a line to sales. This can't happen again.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your Focus. They'll help you understand.
Let's take a look. I'm actually going to let them all load first before we go try and read them. Let's listen to this first.
Now I know this must seem like a bizarre change in direction, I mean, we're Faro Automated Solutions, right? #1 robotics firm in the world. Why would we clear our production slate to fabricate human-operated vehicles and weapon systems, the relics of the past? All I can say at this juncture is, trust me, we will be exploiting a massive, growth opportunity by retooling and reallocating capacity according to my plan. So I will need revised projections of mass fabrication velocity across every pipeline within 36 hours.
So they were making machines, but then they stopped to make other kinds of weapons? Why?
Interesting question, Aloy. Alright, let's check out these data points. Bio, Elizabeth Sobek. Elizabeth Sobek, born March 11th, 2020, is an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer, widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled at Stanford University at age 13, earning a bachelor's in experimental physics and computer science at age 16. She completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence design at Carnegie Mellon University in 2040 and joined Faro Automated Solutions as a junior scientist that same year, quickly rising to chief scientist at the age of 22. Over the next 8 years, her green robot designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification efforts of, quote, the clawback decade, propelling FAS to the forefront in its field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from FAS, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. In 2049, she founded Miriam Technologies, a firm devoted to life-positive robotics and other technologies. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers. Sorry, I'm recording this at like 12:30 at night. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards and accolades, including the 2053 Nobel Prize for Physics and the 2056 Ratchet Carson Award for Environmental Progress. Ted Faro. Theodore Ted Faro, born December 24th, 2013, is an American entrepreneur and business magnate. He is the founder of Faro Automated Solutions, FAS, the largest corporation of all time, the world's wealthiest individual, and the first ever trillionaire. Born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, he enrolled at the University of California in Los Angeles, where he studied business for 2 years before dropping out in 2033 to start FAS. Though it struggled at first, the company broke through at the end of the troubled 2030s with its popular line of personal servitors and bodyguard bots, then exploded when its famous line of green robots led the race to solve the climate crisis during the 2040s, quote, clawback. At the end of that decade, FAS opened a military defense branch, dominating the world market for automated military platforms by 2053. The success of FAS has made Mr. Faro the world's best-known businessman, one of its most sought-after speakers, and a major voice in politics, culture, and international affairs. Oh, this one's long. I'm not going to read this one out loud. If you want to read it, you can pause. And I'm scrolling. So there you go. Definition of corporation: an association of individuals created under authority of law having existence, powers, and liabilities distinct from those of its members. The definition of corporation. I hate check marks or exclamation points on things. I must clear them, so we're going to do that real quick. Okay. Cleared. Alright, so we will continue our climb up the tower. Let's see. I think we already went this out yet, because there's the Deathbringer. Did I go in here already? Looks like it. Okay. I want to make sure we're getting everything. I don't want to leave something behind that's going to be important.
The air. There's no smell to it. Not even old death. Nothing natural.
Unfortunately, Aloy. Yep. So here we go. Complaint. From J. Friedkin to reception. Subject, complaint. Hey, reception, if that is your real name. Want to know who scheduled Indo Melee next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. Want to know why? After that little hair pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain, because your receptionist little brain probably requires it. There are two sides of fighting, and what do we sell? That's right, combat machines. We want them to hate each other, so they will try to fight each other with what? That's right again, combat machines, which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much, much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Friedkin, to you.
Another cave-in. But I could get through.
That guy's a jerk. Alright, so cave in that way. See, we gotta go this way, I think. Ah! That was not on purpose. I cannot go back that way. I don't think it was on purpose. Oh.
Looks like I can climb here.
Oh, I missed those glowing. In the second game, it's much easier to see those parkour points because they glow instead of just exist, I guess. Alright. Nope, no.
At least there was a ramp to get back up.
That didn't kill him. Oh. Dropped me all the way back down here. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I thought that was going to kill me.
Made it.
We'll go that way in a bit. There's some important information on this floor. Spiritual Summit. From Ted Farrow to Paula Visara. Subject: Spiritual Summit. Paula. Recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think that I, and FAS in general, have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but it's more in a general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock something in. Make a big tent. Make it a big tent. No kooks, but anyone with credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Thanks, Ted. Pharaoh, classic bajillionaire. I only care about somebody else when it benefits.
Can't carry more.
FAS, campus log. High priority alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High priority alert. Automated log note. Full lockdown has been initiated. High priority alert. Due to increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of FAS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedure for archiving and or disposal of project-related data and materials. HiSec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. High priority alert. Priority messaging to all staff in E and F blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. High priority alert. A reminder that while HiSec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personal firearms must be relinquished when presenting for identiscan. High priority alert. My goodness. Additional public access roads en route to the campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time at outer security cordons. HiSec reminds all staff that campus remains off limits to the public. High priority alert. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for identiscan and displaying your security badge promptly at all times for image analytics are both mandatory. High priority alert. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the rapid transit system, HiSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompany staff traveling from off-site. Sign-up is required and strongly encouraged. It's required and strongly encouraged. Great. 48 more entries in high priority. Additional entries corrupted.
So people were angry at Faro, at the corporation. They blamed this place for something. Something bad.
Here we go. Let's start with this one.
The FSP-5 Kopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle...
Oh. I do want to wait on that one, though. We're going to start with this one.
The BOR-7 Horus.
Oh.
Imagine your...
I don't want to start with Taurus either. Goodness.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package, designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance. It boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions. From 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of Allied chariot line models. And you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor. Slave enemy robots to its own network. It sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
Also, something else that it talked about was biomass conversion.
The FSP-5 Kopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Kopesh.
The Deathbringer. So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivered. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units to fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion systems of other chariot line models allow them to keep the Horus fueled, repaired, and ready, extending its operational tolerances beyond that of any competing Titan-class platform. That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The Metal Devil. So these were Faro machines too. Manufacturing capabilities. They can make more of themselves. Then how would you ever stop them?
How indeed, Aloy. It's like
Looks like the way up. What's left of it.
It's like Ted Farrow never watched an episode of Stargate. I mean, come on, dude.
Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek. If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
There's two different directions we can go here. I'm gonna go this way because I know there's a data point over here, if I remember correctly. We will connect with that spot. Whoa.
Freezing out here.
Crisis that began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise you, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days maybe weeks to come. Just bear in mind that we will get past this. That a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was unfortunate. Okay. What? Okay. Oh, here we
I'd
go.
have to leave something else behind.
Thanks, Aloy. The Banda C incident. Bob, another problem to add to our big theming pile. Apparently, a fisherman in the Banda Sea captured video of Hart's Timor horse unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shorelines of Pulawatar on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. Be prepared. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Stacy.
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds.
Here we go. Let's
Right.
get some answers.
Made it. Wonder what we'll find.
We're gonna start off by climbing this tower. I like climbing this tower.
Another one of these power cells. But what do I do with it?
It's beautiful. Aloy is like super brave there of jumping and then tossing her grapple.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy item privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone. Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted. The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth. But somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz.
You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
The world ended because Pharaoh built unbeatable machines that could create their own replacements.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Pharaoh robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name.
Oh, stop being a mystery.
Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
If you're so smart, why do you know so little after a lifetime scratching around in the dirt? It's not my fault you're bad at what you do. I came to these ruins looking for Elizabeth Sobek, not because of the things she did centuries ago, but because people are trying to kill me right now, today. I've got bigger problems
Oh,
to deal
this
with
scene
than
really
that crap.
shows how bad the
Congratulations.
facial mocap is.
You just graduated from whining to throwing a temper tantrum. I'm sure Elizabeth would be proud. You need to get a grip on yourself and start thinking straight. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
I have questions.
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the eclipse to resurrect ferrorobots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the old ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice, that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals, mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asuram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved. Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least. U.S. Robot Command next, to learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
So, we are probably going to,
First comes cold, then the snowfall.
so now our goal is to learn the secrets of Zero Dawn. So now we are going to head to the Grave Horde. Unfortunately for me, the Grave Horde is literally on the other side of the map. So, we'll do the Grave Horde. And then I think we'll head north into the Frozen Wilds. Explore this area, since we'll be there. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see the Frozen Wilds first, or finish the main story first before we go into the DLC. I think that I'm probably gonna be able to record tomorrow night and get through the Grave Horde. Maybe spend one episode traveling there and exploring and doing stuff, and then the next episode exploring the Grave Horde. But after that, we will need to decide if we are going to go to the Frozen Wilds next, or continue on with the main story. So, please leave your thoughts on that in the comments, or leave the thoughts on that in the comments, and we will discuss it more then. And as for the other stuff going on, I forgot how small the map. Like, the map feels super small in this game compared to the hugeness of the map in the second game. So, that's the thing. But, we will definitely make our way to the Grave Horde in the next episode and see how we're doing from there when we arrive. So, we're gonna head to the nearest safe spot, which happens to be right there. I'm gonna head to that safe spot,
Ouch!
and that's where we'll call it for tonight. So while I'm traveling to the safe spot, which is not super far, I want to just talk about what we just learned. 1. Elizabeth lived a very, very long time ago. The chances of her being Aloy's mother seem to be slimmer and slimmer by the day. With that information anyway, which I'm sure Aloy is very frustrated about. Her entire search up to this point has been to find her mother. And every time she thinks she's going to get answers, she's met with more questions. Oh, hey, let's go this way. So that begs the question of, how long is she going to have to search? Will she get those answers? Fucks. Nope, I need you. We're gonna grab a more precision bow. knew you were trouble when you walked in. Probably can't sing that song due to copyright. Search a fox. Nope, I don't need bony meat. I need a fox skin. Jump over the water. Animal talisman. Tooth. I don't know what that is. It's pretty much just a selling item. Well, that's okay. Alright, let's see. So yeah, is Aloy ever going to get the answer she wants?
Looks good.
Is she going to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts? And what else could be coming along her path? We will have to find out more as we continue playing. But for now, that is going to be the end of this episode. Oh, don't do that, please. Let me turn off this frame. I don't want the frame. So, thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. And again, please let me know if you want me to head from the Grave Horde up into the Frozen Wilds or head out to finish the main story first. It's pretty much going to be my plan from here on out, is either going to the Grave Horde, or after the Grave Horde, going on and completing the main story first, or going up to the Frozen Wilds. So let me know what you think, and we will go from there. But for now, thanks for watching, and have a good day.